cranes. Now, I'm not sure if there's anyone out there who loves building the cranes. I mean, I love doing them, part of the build obviously, but wow, they are a bit of a test. And everyone has the moments with building models, good and bad. Yeah, the cranes was my good, mostly bad. I did not like doing them cranes, not one bit. Look at the detail on them, guys. What I do want to do as well, I've got to look into where you can get these things from, and you can get like little to scale figures. You might need a cloth as well, guys, just to dry your model with all the excess water off these strips. Here with this fiddly, we'll be alright. As you can see there on the instructions, it's saying that sticker should end around the end mark, the end letter there, which it has done, so I'm happy with that. You just apply that just there like so. Just grab hold of that there, and that should fit into place where it's got to go. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Another double issue week fest of Titanic from Hatchetpartworks, guys. Today we've got issue 133, and then we've got issue 134 coming up after that issue. So yeah, we've got 2 issues this week, guys. As I say, issue 133 and issue 134. So guys, we're going to crack on. It's a big effort to get this thing down, so what I'm going to do, this is why I'm doing 2 or 3 at once. I'll get the model down and it'll be all on the desk ready for us to crack on. But yeah, a little insight to YouTube land. I always do a couple of issues all at once, guys, while it's on the desk, because that is hard work to move all the models from around it. If you're not already subscribed, remember to subscribe, like, also comment, share, press that bell notification. You'll always be notified every time I put something up on the channel. But for now, guys, let's crack on, sit back and relax with the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. Okay, so here we are again with the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. This is 134, which is coming up next. And we've got 133, which we're doing in this video, guys. So what I'm going to do is undo the packaging, look through the mag, and we'll see what parts we've got, and then we'll crack on. I'll bring the model over, and we'll get cracking on with this first issue of the week, the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. Right, so let's take a look through the mag. There we go. And coming up in the next issue, we've got panel for the engine room, and the magnet and screw eyes have got to be fitted. So let's take a look through the mag. Inglorious 4K. Brilliant pictures. Oh, here we go. And this is what we've got in today's issue, guys. Stickers. Decal sheets and sticker sheets. So we've got a lot of sticking to do today then. Brilliant. As you can see, we're putting it all on each bow of the ship, etc., all the way around it by the looks of it. Cool. And then at the end of this video, that's how it's going to be looking. And of course, as I've said, we're going to have the next issue 134 coming up straight after this on the channel. So let's get the parts over. Right, as you've just seen, it's just all decal. Oh god, this is going to be either easy or a nightmare. There we go. Don't know if you can see the outline out on there. There we go. Each one of these little pieces has got to go on the model, guys. So this could be an interesting issue. I think it's about 9 instructions. Just make sure this is empty. Yeah, it's all empty. Just take this out. So what we've got in here. Definitely going to make it pop though now. Now these yellow strips are going to be on. Brilliant. Oh my god, look how tiny some of these are. But by the looks of it, you've got R2, L2, etc. So it should be really, dare I say, self-explanatory. So there's the card of stickers. Okay then guys, so I'm just freehand at the minute. This is my setup. Here's the stickers. Basically, self-explanatory. Instruction 1 saying apply L1, which you can see there. And then you've got R1. So basically the left hand side of your model, you want all the L's, L1, L2, L3 and so on. So we'll be doing the left side of the model, as you can see. These instructions. So that'll take us through a fair few of the instructions. But also before we get cracking on, you need a little plate of water. So what you have to do is apply these into the water and then the glue melts and then attach them to your model. So I'm going to just set this up on my little Tron here. I'm going to be filming and then we'll get cracking on and getting these decals on. So a bit of prepping needed to go into this before sticking these decals on. As you can see here, these are the right side of the ship. So you got there, if you can see that, R1, R2, and then R3, R4, R5, and R6. So those are ready and prepped for the next stage of this issue. But for now, these are what we're going to start off with. That's L2, and then you've got L1. So what we'll do, if you can just see this tray of water just here, what we'll do is just slide that into the water, wait till this gets a bit, well, wet, and then the backing will peel off, and obviously we'll stick it on to the model just underneath the white there, so it's just on the top of these black panels here, and then you can dab it with a cloth very lightly, just making sure it's stuck to your model. I think what I'll do is film doing all this side, and then the other side I'll just time lapse that. By that I mean just do it quick video, because you've already seen one side, and then that'll be the end of this issue and we'll move on to the next issue. So yeah, let's crack on, get this in the plate of water and see how we get on. So what we'll do is just apply that into the water like so. You might need a cloth as well, guys, just to dry your model with all the excess water off these strips. So all you're doing, and it's cold water I'm using, is, yeah, it comes off very easy, as you can see. So be careful. That's come off a lot easier than I thought. Not to worry, not to panic. So what we're going to do is apply that to the bow. God, I didn't think it was going to be that easy to come off the strip, to be fair. Yeah, there we go. Is that bit on? To be fair, I was not expecting that to come off that easy. It says on the instructions, but as you can see, they're really slippery. I'm doing it this way, but it says peel off the backing as you're going along. But whatever gets the job done, guys. Yeah, I did not expect this to be this fiddly, but we'll be alright. Just got to join that up with that bit now. Making sure it's all neat, straight and level underneath this white bit of the model. What you could do with some tweezers. So where have I put my tweezers? There you go. Because it gets a bit fiddly using your hands. There we go, that should be okay. Yeah, you've got to get on quick before your glue starts to dry up. You can have a few problems. Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks, to be fair. So what I might do is dab a bit of water, bring a bit of glue back to the yellow strip. Yeah, I won't put too much pressure when you're rubbing these strips on, guys, because as you can see, look, they tear and just move along so easy. But that's as good as I'm going to get that, I think. They do move so easy, as you can see. But once they're dry, you're not moving them anywhere. There you go. See how easy that's moving because there's water on it. Didn't want it moving back that far, to be fair. Right, so I think that might be it for that. Yeah, that's going to be good enough for me. God, this is difficult though, you know, getting it straight. It's going to be a work of art and it's got to be pretty straight. To look a bit not very good. I was going to swear then if it ain't the best. I think that's alright. Little bit of a gap there. I can deal with that. Right, so we start as we mean to go on. Didn't expect it to be that difficult, to be fair. But it ain't doing it justice on it. It's more difficult than you think. But we'll get there. So that's the first strip on. There's the rubbish, got to chuck that in the bin. Now what you need is L2. Here we go again. Bear with, if you can't see what's going on, guys, I'll show you once I've got the strip off. Not leaving it as long this time. So yeah, this is very different to what I thought it would be. It just slides off, but then you've got chances of crinkling it up if you're not careful, guys. So be very careful. Basically just don't touch the yellow until you're happy to peel it off. And you definitely need some tweezers. I would definitely use some tweezers. So get that on there. Let me get rid of the tweezers. Basically, I use these tweezers to get some ink out of a printer, and there's blue ink on it, and I do not want to get that on the yellow strip. So it's nearly enough. Put that to the other yellow piece of strip you've put on. And then take it all off. Wow. I was expecting this not to come off as easy, to be fair, these strips, but come off pretty quick. What you want to do is put that right to the top of the steel sides on your build. And as you can see here, you've got a bit what's excess. What you've got to do with that, let me just get this put on and I'll show you. Dab it as well, it's a lot easier. Because if you push it along, it just moves all along and you get it out where you want it to be. But what I was going to say is these have to be pushed over the top, like so. Be careful, take your time. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I am standing up doing this. No way I could do this sitting down. It's all about not putting too much pressure on, guys, because while it's wet, it's just going to slide all over your model. And this, as you can imagine, is taking a lot longer than the video is probably going to be. If I remember, I'll try and let you know how long it's taken. I reckon you're talking to an hour. A bit of water on there. I don't know if I'd have just preferred these to be adhesive, to be fair. This is very fiddly. Oh, come on. Titanic we're talking about here, guys. Wouldn't expect nothing less. We've got an easy issue coming up after this though. Basically putting magnets into the panel of the boiler room, engine room, and then that's all we've got to do. So that looks right to me. Looking good. All we've got to do now is get the next strip, which is L3. I'm going to be applying that just along here. And there you go, that strip's all been put on. Very fiddly, guys, very, very fiddly. Right, so let me just move these other strips I've got further down the line. I'm going to just move the model up a bit more. And now what we're going to do is apply L4. Yeah, you've got to have a very steady hand for this, guys. And a bit of patience. Well, you have for the whole build, to be fair. Right, I don't think that's wet enough. There we go, that is now. Right, so I'm going to try and do as it says on the paper, as they say. Try not to take all the strip off. Tweezers here, guys. It's difficult because you don't want to damage the strip. That's the only thing it's difficult for. Because if you put too much pressure, it rips it. If you don't put enough pressure, it won't move. I'm kissing nice there, so. See, that's in an ideal world, that's how you want to do it. Carefully, just peel the blue backing off. Have it where you want it. There we go. Like that, perfect. Dab them down a bit. Right, if it could all do that all the way through, I'll be a happy person. That's perfect. That's the best one I'll put on, to be fair. So what I'll do is move the model down a bit more. Now what we've got to do is put L5 strip. Okay. Yeah, if it don't come off, just put a bit more water. You'll be fine. There you go. Can I do that again? I hope so. That's perfect, just that was. Really happy with that. Tricky is just to get in line with the other strip without knocking the other strip. As you can see, it's very easy. Hold it with your finger and carefully just peel the backing off or pull the backing off just slowly. Obviously making sure it's wet, because if not, you're going to rip the yellow sticker. There we go. Perfect. And carefully just knock it down a bit if you haven't got it on the right line of the model. Again, being careful not to make it go out of shape. There we go. Perfect that. A little bit knocking there. That's it. Brilliant. As you can see, that could do going a bit up to the other strip. Careful not to rip it whilst doing that. There we go. Okay, so the last strip, I'm going to just bring this bowl of water, plate of water, whatever you want to call it. This could be a tricky one. Right, so you can see it's wetting all the strip. And we'll go to the same again. This time, if you got it right, it should just get to the end. The strip should. So let's see what happens, guys. I'm going to get that little bit of a strip on to where it needs to be. Let's hope this measures up right. I'll just hold that there like that. You want it lining just under the white bag, I think it's called. Don't quite remember, I'll probably got that wrong. You know what I mean? Just under the white part you build here. Guys, these do not dry very quick. You might feel it at the time because you're rushing to get it done, but you've got a fair bit of time just to play about with to get on perfect. Put my thumb on there so we don't pull it through. Look around this corner nice. Carefully just push that up there like that. And what I want to do is just curl that round. So, do you know what? That is perfect, dare I say it. As this strip then ends just by the N on the writing of Titanic. As you can see there, on the instructions it's saying that sticker should end around the N mark, the N letter there, which it has done, so I'm happy with that. Now what I'm going to do is turn the model over, do the same again, put it in time lapse so we can crack on, get the other issue done. There you go guys, there's the other side done also. I did time lapse it, but for some reason didn't record it, but there's the result. So now I've done all that. There's a few little gaps here which I could touch up further down the line, as we've got some spare strips here, but you get the gist. That is all done. So now we're going to move on to instruction 7 and 8 and be attaching some sort, I think it's light bleed stickers just here inside the model. Okay then guys, so instruction 7, we've got these stickers here, and just under here I've got my instruction manual. You can see here K and J, so there's those shapes of these stickers you need. So you need H, K and J, which we've got 2 of these, and if you can see just with the light reflecting, you can see the shapes what we need. So I'm just going to move the instructions to one side, and first of all we need to take K, which is just one of these at the bottom, which is just a long straight sticker. Just simply peel that off. Don't need water for these guys. And then what we're going to do is just apply that just there like so. Just grab hold of that there, and that should fit into place where it's got to go, just like that. You can use tweezers if you want guys for that bit. As you can see, it is doable without the tweezers. Now what we need to do is take J, which looks like it's going to be that piece just there. Carefully just peel that off, like so. And what we need to do is apply this just by the screw here. That's where you're going to start. Like so. And then just put that other piece next to it. Get a twist round if you have to, just so you get it in the right position. There we go. That's how that's looking. So I'm just going to turn the model around, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Now guys, we've got to do basically the same thing again on the starboard side of the model. So again, get this sticker, which is sticker K. Just double checking I've got that in the right place yet as I lift out my seat. Yeah, so that's good to me if I just get that position there. All good. Just make sure that's nice and secure and stuck on. And then again, take this piece here, this sticker, which is J, and you've got it, stick it in the exact same place as we did with the other one on the other side of the model. Yep, position into place. Support it with one of your fingers just so you know it's in the right position, and then get it stuck on. So you've got like a little tear there, and that's because the way the model goes, it's a bit off, so you can twist it easier and get it stuck. Good to me. And we're going to put our first sticker on that side of the model, which is sticker G. Now, there are certain stickers for certain size, guys. So this is going to be this one here. You can see that little lip there. That's got to go under that piece of metal. So you obviously got to use the right ones, right stickers for the right side of your ship. Right, so that's come off nicely. There's just a little piece in there which we've got to get out because we don't want that, because these are for the windows obviously. Carefully just get that out with some tweezers. There we go. I think the rest are all done. And obviously you've got to now line these up with the holes for the windows. Don't want to get that wrong. There we go. When you're happy, stick that down. Simple as that. Beautiful. Yeah, and you've guessed it, now we've got to go to the other side. So, same again, I've already taken it off. Line the holes up for the windows. And then when you're happy, stick it on. Simple as that. Beautiful. And that is it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this Titanic video. What I'm going to do off camera is just touch these yellow strips up with the spares we've got, just so there's no gaps. But they are pretty cool. Been a pretty cool issue, guys. We're getting there. We're getting to the rigging. Rigging will be pretty soon. That is it for today, guys. Do hope you liked it. Please give us a big thumbs up. Come back next time for more Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. Take care. And that is it for the first one of the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks this week. Pretty cool issue, guys. Putting all the decals and stickers, and it's making this thing pop. Do hope you enjoyed it, guys. Remember to give us a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for more. But for now, that is it. Stay tuned to the next video, guys, which is going to be issue 134 of the Titanic from Hatchetpartworks. But for now, take care. See you soon. Peace.